I will wait the dawn.
Mabuhay Pilipinas and hello to the rest of the world.
Welcome to your companion in looking at the church, the world, and the society from the consecrated points of view. This is your kahabit, Sister Maria Criafetrance from the Dominican Sisters of the Most Holy Rosary of the Philippines.
Join us for your weekly dose of inspiration and information straight from the consecrated men and women in the Philippines. I am your kahabit, Father Toots Vanafe of the Order of Carmelite.
And we are
The Habits! Hello mga kahabits! Hello Sister Cleofe! Kamusta
Hello
na?
po, kapatid!
Kamusta last week mo?
Ay, di ba napanood natin yung mga sisters natin from the Missionary Sisters
Of Mary.
Mary. Nagtanim po sila, nagtatanim. Siguro buhay na yung mga tinatanim nila.
Mga ano yun, mga
Very
hardwood.
inspiring.
Yes. Oh.
Inspiring yung ginawa po nila yung last week.
Tapos nagkaroon tayo ng forum, sister.
Yes.
Yung webinar natin sa Laudato Si Action Platform ni Pope Francis at ang hamon sa ating mga religious. Ang dami nangyayari ngayon sa Season of Creation.
Kaya active ang mga religious ngayon sa may Season of Creation. So sana po, hindi lang to sa Season of Creation gagawin.
Totoo. At ang matandaan ko, sister, no, yung bang maganda yung tree planting. Pero alagaan mo naman pagkatapos mo itanim. Diligan mo kasi mamamatay naman yun, di ba? Tapos ano pa yun? Sapat, no? Huwag maging sobra. Talagang conscious dapat tayo sa ating ginagawa kung ito ay nakaka-poison sa river, nakakasira sa dagat, nakakadumi sa kapaligiran.
Ay, oo. Tapos kasi kung ano yung ginagawa natin ngayon, kung paano natin inaalagaan ang Mother Nature, ito rin ay magiging, reserve na natin o mapapreserve natin yung for the next generation. Na-enjoy natin ngayon ang preskong hangin. What's next?
Kaya nga.
Maalala
Kaya ang
sa
Laudato
tipo.
Si ay hindi lang siya document, isang encyclical,
Exactly.
pero isang compass, life compass sa atin. At patuloy tayong hinahamon ng mga church teachings natin, lalo na ng Laudato Si. At yung Missionaries Sister Mary ay nagbigay sa atin ng kanilang ginagawa tungkol sa Season of Creation at sa Laudato Si.
So sana din po sa ating mga kapatid, kahabits, maging ugali din po natin, patuloy natin alagaan, magtanim po as much as we can. Kasi ito po yung sigaw ng ating Mother Earth. Ano na po siya, sirang-sira na po siya. Kaya this is the only and the very minimal things that we could do in our own community.
Sister Cleofe, sa room ko meron akong 3 tanim.
Ay, ako meron din ako doon. May mga pots na mga maliliit.
Tapos inaalagaan natin, syempre.
Naman.
Iba talaga, no, pag may kasama, parang buhay ang ano.
Kasi our relationship to the nature is
Yes.
actually our relationship to God and to our
Correct,
neighbor.
sister. I agree.
Okay, so, ayan, no? Mga kahabits, ngayong araw, Panibagong Season of Creation special episode. Of course, panibagong virtual padasyal na naman ang ihatid namin sa inyo. Pero this time, let's stroll down Mother Nature with a breath of fresh air and relaxing scenery. Wow!
Hay, nakaka-relax naman, sister, no? Yun mga kahabits, Sister Cleope, just relax and enjoy today's padasyal. Pero bago yan, alam na this, bibisitahin muna natin ang ating mga social media accounts. We already have our Instagram account. Follow us at amrsp.media at sa facebook.com/amrsp.org. Like and follow na para updated ka.
Okay, so naka-send ka na ba ng stars, mga kahabits? Support po our different advocacies and campaigns in AMRSP virtually by sending us Facebook stars. Paano gagawin? Kasi may nagtatanong kapatid, paano daw nila gagawin ang ng stars? Mga kahabits, kapatid, dito lang po yung gagawin nyo. Sa Facebook po yan. next to the Facebook comment, mayroon pong stars. I-click po ninyo yan. Pag-click po ninyo, makikita po ninyo doon ang mga stars kung paano po ninyo o magkanong ibibilin po ninyo.
Wow.
And then after that, you send those stars to us. Okay?
And for every star, alam mo kapatid,
Yes.
we earn, well, 0.05 Philippine cents. And you can only send them to the AMRSP Facebook page. So please, please, send more love. Send more stars now.
Oo, now na talaga. Okay? At mga kahabits, thank you po to our 1,400 subscribers.
Wow! Kailangan mo, kapatid, may around 10,000 religious men and women in the Philippines. 1,400 pa ang nakasubscribe. Mukhang parating pa yung iba.
Nagdagdag na kaya tayo kasi nung last week, 1,003 tayo kapatid. Ngayon,
salamat.
Talagang salamat talaga kasi nagdagdag pa tayo ng 100. Maybe by next week po, 1,000 na po siya. So, continue to watch po. Not only watch, but of course, share. Leave a like and comment sa ating YouTube channel, AMRSP, and hit that big red subscribe button to join our growing family of subscribers. At para, of course, notified ka sa ating contents from the consecrated men and women in the Philippines. Don't forget to tap that bell button.
At huwag din kalimutang panoorin ang The Habit sa TV Maria every Sunday nights at 8:30 p.m. with replays every Thursdays at 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. Kaya naman, let's start with our information routine. Here is the Religious Reports. In our stories today on the Religious Reports, New Superior. The AMRSP family welcomes Father Louis Yi Fuentespina, CP, the Sorrowful Mother, as the new Provincial Superior of the Congregation of the Passion of Jesus Christ, or commonly known as the Passionists, which was announced via their Facebook page Thursday, September 9. The capitulars of the 6th Provincial Chapter of the Passionists in the Philippines elected Father Louis on the feast of the Nativity of Our Lady, September 8, 2021, as the 6th Provincial Superior. Father Louis was born on April 12, 1967. He hails from Santo Tomas, Davao del Norte. He professed as Passionist on May 2, 1994, and was ordained priest on February 4, 1998. Father Mario Gwen Barde, CP, General Consultor and Delegate, confirmed his election. Congratulations to the Passionist family.
Filipino Augustinian Representative to United Nations. Fray Aladin Luzon of the Order of St. Augustine, Province of Santo Niño de Cebu, has been appointed as the Order's permanent representative to the United Nations and officially assumed his new role on Wednesday, September 1, becoming the first Asian Augustinian to hold the office. Aside from being the representative of the Augustinians International, he also assists the works of the Order's Commission on Justice, Peace and Integrity of Creation, or GPIC, and the Dicastery for promoting integral human development in the Roman Curia. The Order of St. Augustine started its presence in the United Nations in 2002 and has been involved in advocacies to address human trafficking and poverty.
And now, here's our reports from the Holy See and the Universal Filipino Augustinian assigned to Papal Sacristy. The Augustinian province of Santo Niño de Cebu, upon the request of Father Alejandro Moral Anton, the Order's Prior General in Rome, gave Fray Giovanni Balier his new mission to work in the Vatican's Papal Sacristy together with 3 other Augustinian friars from Italy, India, and Congo. His religious order announced Thursday, September 16. The main apostolate of the community is to prepare the liturgical vestment and vessels of the papal masses at the Vatican and the Diocese of Rome, has been entrusted to the Order of St. Augustine since the 14th century. In the past, Filipino Augustinian Fray Nestor Bandalan also worked in the papal sacristy from 2014 to 2019 after his theological studies in the Augustinianum, a pontifical institute in Rome. Bandalan is now one of the friars assigned in the Basilica Minore del Santo Niño de Cebu community. The Holy Father names Filipino Dominican priest to Pontifical Academy of Social Sciences. Pope Francis has appointed Filipino Dominican Father Albino Barrera, a theologian and economist now based in the United States, as a member of the Pontifical Academy of Social Sciences. The Vatican announced his appointment on Tuesday, September 14. The 65-year-old priest is a moral theologian and professor of economics and theology at Providence College in Rhode Island. Established by Pope John Paul II in 1994, the Pontifical Academy of Social Sciences aims to study and discuss the progress of sciences, primarily economics, sociology, law, and political science. The Academy helps offer the Church those elements which she can use in the development of her social doctrine and reflects on the application of that doctrine in contemporary society, according to Vatican News.
From the Universal Church, let's move to the reports from the local church. Northern Luzon Archdiocese's joint pastoral statement. Archbishops Marlo Peralta, Socrates Villegas, and Ricardo Bacay of the three metropolitan archdioceses of Lingayen Dagupan, Nueva Segovia, and Tuguegarao issued a joint statement Sunday, September 12, condemning murder and plunder in the country. In the statement, they described the present social condition of our nation like living in the valley of death, killing of drug users and opponents, helpless death in the pandemic, death by governance without vision, death by shameless corruption. Mentioning that in the past 5 years, more than 30,000 poor Filipinos have been killed in the campaign against illegal drugs. The statement then urged the faithfuls to overcome evil by the power of good through penitence and atonement, non-violent resistance, full investigation by those in authority, participation in the upcoming free elections, allowing the selection and change of representatives, and by becoming witnesses of truth and life. In the end, the bishops ask for Apo Baquet's intercession to lead everyone to the truth and the life, Jesus the Lord. Batanes Prelature seeks assistance. Bishop Danilo Olep of Prelature of Batanes has appealed for support to sustain the relief operations for family who were worst hit by Typhoon Kiko in the northern Philippine islands of Batanes. We quote, "I am humbly appealing for assistance in behalf of our people. Whatever financial assistance you may give will certainly be appreciated. With your support, we know that we can get back on our feet and move on with our life after this, yet another trial. Please be assured of our prayers for your generosity." End of quote. Those who want to help may send their donations to their land bank account. Name Prelature of Batanes / account number 1081050208 or via GCash account Danilo Olep / mobile number 0917-578-0198. Bishop Olep said donors may send a copy of deposit or transaction slip through their email addresses jennycampindo@gmail.com or bpulep@yahoo.com for proper acknowledgement. Batanes Governor Marilo Caico earlier reported an initial assessment of 358 million worth of damages, and about 70 to 80% of families were affected. That's it for our dose of stories from the consecrated life, the church, and the world.
Catch our next episode for more of The
The
Religious,
Religious
Reports. O mga kahabits, ihanda na ang ticket dahil sa ating pagbabalik, sisimulan na natin ang special tour. Kilala nyo ba ang ating second Season of Creation special host congregation? Comment down below our videos from our social media platforms.
And of course, visit instagram.com/amrsp.media and our facebook.com/amrsp.org. Also, send Facebook stars to help our AMRSP ministries and advocacies.
At mga kahabits, paabutin na natin ng 10,000
malapit na.
subscribers para makamit na natin ang ating bronze YouTube play button. Kaya visit our YouTube channel, AMRSP Media, to tap the subscribe button. Naka-subscribe ka na ba? Oy, mga brother seminarians dyan, mga sisters, mga estudyante ninyo, subscribe na kasi dito lang kayo nakakabalita ng world news, church news, at national news.
Local church news po natin, kung ano yung mga updates po na nangyari sa mga religious congregations po natin. So walang iwanan mga kahabits. Magbabalik po kami, promise po. Only here with your information and inspiration companion. This is
The Habits.
I am Sister Victricia Pascasio, SSPS, Missionary Sister Servant of the Holy Spirit, 87 years old, 59 years in vows. I was a teacher before I entered the convent. As a young sister, I was assigned to belong to a community of 4 who started our school in Sorsogon. Before I made my final vows, I asked to be allowed to work among the poor. So I was asked to study social work at the Asian Social Institute while I was responsible for our Holy Spirit Social Center. Martial law years were challenging, but graced time for missionaries among the poor. Mission to the rural poor was the call at the first Rural Congress in 1967. Assigned to the Holy Spirit Social Center in 1968, I was asked to join the Social Action Technical Committee of the Women Religious. A few of us, having been at the Rural Congress and aware that most women congregations were in schools, proposed an intercongregational venture. The board's response was the Rural Missionaries. Sister Deolindis Lusa, SSPS then, was already with the Federation of Free Farmers. She asked for Rural Missionaries for Tarlac. In 1969, 11 sisters from different congregations started from Matatalahib, Tarlac. My missionary journey was enriched by participation in the Social Action Technical Committee and involvement with the urban poor as board member of the Philippine Ecumenical Council for Community Organization. Assigned to the hands-on training of organizers, organizing neighborhood groups in Tondo, threatened with eviction, to the poor gives us insights into actual situations of violence in different aspects of life, as well as violations of basic rights. A few of my experiences during martial law. When the writ of habeas corpus was lifted, just before martial law was declared, the Metrocom came to the UP to round up the student activists. President Salvador Lopez refused to let them in. The activists had put up barricades. But at nightfall, the Metrocom returned, forcibly entered, and used tear gas to disperse the students. They regrouped to keep their vigil. Meanwhile, we received a call from Evelyn Lesaca, a social work student on fieldwork placement at the center. She requested that we bring food to the students in the ladies' dorm. Sister Conchita Cruz, our doctor at our free clinic, and I drove to UP with only whatever we could buy from an open bakery. It really looked like a war zone in UP. Providentially, we were allowed in just to turn in what we have brought. Recognizing us sisters, one of the students came close to our Volkswagen. He was one of my students in high school in Irosin. Noticing that he was carrying something like a Molotov cocktail, I told him, "Romeo, you will never use that." While in Tondo, I was asked by a mother to accompany her and her son to the station to look for the policeman who took her son's jacket. While waiting for the policeman, we heard groanings in the basement of the police station. A man was being mercilessly beaten up. The woman casually remarked, "Pangkaraniwan po yan," meaning that is ordinary. Within the early years of organizing in Tondo, the military disrupted the first convention of organized groups firming up their federation, Zone 1 Tondo Organization, SOTO for short. Forcibly, they took Isagani Serrano, our lead organizer, against all my protests. Gani was detained, but organizing went on. My most significant mission experience was in 1971, while visiting a small village at the mouth of the Pasig River. I saw a tiny child. Her whole body was covered with scabies. The words of Jesus came to mind, "I have come that they may have life, life to the full." Then and there I was convinced, community organizing, which promotes people's participation in decision-making and accessing resources for their welfare, is consistent with gospel values. My understanding of mission today in the context of Jesus' words, "Whatever you do to the least of my brethren, you do to me," has been deepened by what the Synod of Bishops said in 1971 in their document, Justice in the World. Quote, "Action in behalf of justice and participation in the transformation of the world appear to us as a constitutive dimension of the preaching of the gospel, or in other words, of the Church's mission for the redemption of the human race and its liberation from every oppressive situation." Unquote. From experiences and reflections in the ministry, the important values reinforced and learned are respect for all persons, people, whoever they are, is of utmost importance. In working with the rural poor, as well as indigenous peoples, especially the Alangan Mangyans of Oriental Mindoro, I learned as well the importance of respect for their culture, listening to their aspirations, learning from them, and working with them as partners in development to promote a culture-based community organizing and relevant education. My growth as a missionary has been sustained by the gift of faith in a compassionate God who loves unconditionally, who is actively present in and among the people, and in me, whom He sends as a disciple of Jesus. In this partnership with Jesus in mission, the Spirit led me to partnership with the people to whom I was sent. Grateful to have been gifted to give, I can say in all we have done. Isaiah 26, verse 12.
Planetary crisis of climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution are reinforcing each other and driving further damage to the environment and to our health.
We are on the verge of the abyss.
Ako si Tricia Mirabueno ng Karuhatan, Valenzuela. Bakit mahalaga ang kalikasan? Mahalaga ang kalikasan sapagkat dito tayo kumukuha ng mga pangangailangan natin, ng pagkain natin, ng mga materyales na natural na materyales na ginagamit natin sa pang-araw-araw na buhay natin. And paano naman natin mapapangalagaan ang kalikasan? Mapapangalagaan natin ang kalikasan sa pamamagitan ng pag-iiwas sa pagtatapon ng basura, pag-iiwas sa pagputol ng mga punong kahoy, at syempre makakatulong rin yung pagtatanim ng mga punong kahoy.
My name is JJ Garcia. Meron tayong question na dapat sagutin, which is kung gaano kahalaga ang kalikasan at paano ito mapapangalagaan. Simple lang na mahalaga ang kalikasan kasi ang kalikasan yung nagsisilbing shelter natin . Yan yung nagpo-provide sa atin ng pagkain, ng shelter, which means yung shelter, yung halimbawa sa mga kalamidad na dumarating sa atin like bagyo, lindol. So kapag yung kalikasan natin ay nasira, walang halimbawa nasobrahan tayo sa mga pagputol ng puno. Syempre naging kosto ng mga baha at pagginig ng lupa. So paano siya mapapahalagahan? So dapat ang tao bilang tao, dapat i-maintain din natin na makontrol yung pagsira o dapat hindi natin sirain. Kontrolin natin yung pagtatapon ng basura sa dagat kasi doon tayo kumukuha ng source ng pagkain. Tapos yung regards naman sa land, kailangan syempre magtanim tayo kapag meron tayong pinutol na puno. So kahit sa community, sa air natin, part din ng kalikasan ng air. Kahit sa community, lalo sa mga syudad. Importante na mapangalagaan yung kalikasan sa mga syudad sa paraan na kailangan din natin magtanim kahit sa mga bintana or labas ng bahay or bakanting lote. Mga ganun. Sa ganung paraan, makakatulong tayo na mapangalagaan yung kalikasan natin. And for the sake of all of us na bilang namumuhay din naman dito sa mundo, sa ganung way, makakatulong tayo. Especially sa pagbababas ng basura, tsaka paglilinis ng kapaligiran. Sa mga ganung paraan.
Sa ngalan ng Ama, at ng Anak, at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen. Panginoon, pinupuri at pinasasalamatan ka namin sa lahat ng biyayang ipinagkaloob mo sa iyong mga nilikha. Salamat sa pagbibigay liwanag sa gitna ng kadiliman. Salamat sa sariwang hanging aming nilalanghap at araw na nagbibigay ng sapat na init at liwanag araw-araw. Salamat sa mga puno, lupa, at tubig na nagbibigay buhay sa aming mga nilalang. Panginoon, nilikha mo ang tao sa ika-6 na araw, sapagkat inihanda mo ng lubos ang aming mga pangangailangan, upang kami ay mabuhay ayon sa iyong kalooban. Walang makapapantay sa ipinagkaloob mong pagmamahal sa amin. Kahanga-hanga ang iyong mga nilikha. Naway ipagkaloob mo sa amin ang kalakasan at biyaya ng pag-aaruga at pag-aalaga sa mga biyayang ibinigay mo sa amin. Patawarin mo po kami sa mga panahong kami ay nagkulang sa pagkalinga ng kalikasan. Kami ay dumudulog sa iyo na sa gitna ng pandemyang ito na kumitil ng maraming buhay, ay magampanan namin ng lubos ang tungkuling alagaan at mahalin ang likas na yamang iyong ipinagkaloob. Walang imposible sa iyo, Ama. Tulungan niyo po kaming muling makita ang maligayang bukas, marinig ang masayang awit ng mga ibon, masilayan ang hampas ng mga nagsasayawang dahon, ang pag-agos ng malinis na tubig sa batis at mga katubigan. Maramdaman ang sariwang simoy ng hangin nagbibigay lakas upang maisabuhay ang iyong mga salita at magbigay ng bagong buhay. Ang lahat ng ito ay itinataas namin sa iyo, Amang Lumikha. Amen. Sa ngalan ng Ama, at ng Anak, at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen.
Mangyari sana ang kalooban mo, mapasa amin ang iyong kaharian, puspos ng katarungan, pag-ibig, kapayapaan, kalayaan. Amen. Amen.
Hello everyone, I am Sister Ella and Paul of the Mercedarian Missionaries of Berriz. I've been in the congregation for 26 years now. This congregation started in the north of Spain, in a small town, very small town in Berriz, in the year 1930. And in the Philippines, the congregation arrived in Zamboanga City last 1970, where we work for interreligious dialogue. We have communities there working with Christians and Muslims living together. We also have our small kindergarten. And from Zamboanga City, we open another community in Tagbilaran City, in Bohol. We have our retreat house there, the Mercedarian Retreat House. And also, we help in the Diocese of Tagbilaran. And from Bohol, then we open another community in Manila. We have in Cubao, we have in Lagro, and in Caloocan City, where we have our formation house, Margarita Hill, Caloocan City. And here in Lagro, we have the Mercedarian School from preschool to high school. And now, the latest foundation, we have CARES here in San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Actually, CARES is an acronym for Community Awareness to Restore Earth System. This is an ecological center that calls for the restoration of Earth system that has been ravaged by human greed. So for us, this is a very important ministry. As what Mother Margarita used to tell us, it is very important to always listen to the signs of the times. And we believe that this ecological center is another response, to the signs of the times. It is a response to the cry of Mother Earth because of the environmental crisis. It promotes in the society the ecological conscience from the experiences of connection with nature and participation in its restoration. So it is a response to the cry of Mother Earth because of environmental crisis. It promotes in the society the ecological conscience from the experiences of connection with nature and participation in its restoration. CARES is a sacred space for us, a place to journey in the new story of creation, to dialogue with the earth and the universe, to participate in the great work toward an egozoic era for a mutually enhancing human-earth relationship, to experience integral liberation, and to live a simple and healthy lifestyle. Actually, open kami sa iba't ibang activities, especially for any ecological activities. Not only for the retreat, recollection, or mga families who would like to come for a meeting, reunion, and then they would like also to commune with the earth. So we are open for kids, for the youth, and also for the elderly. Dito, pumupunta rin dito yung mga, especially our very own students from the Mercedarian school for camping, leadership training, for faculty and staff. Nagkaroon na rin sila dito ng mga recollection, nag-retreat na rin sila dito. Dito na held na din for twice or thrice, no? The JPIC National Youth Camp of the Mercedarian Missionaries at Berriz. The session hall is really a place, no, where people gather together for the different activities, no? Different kinds of meditation or leadership training or any other activities na para meron din silang space. So, meron din po tayong mga individual rooms, no? 4 lang. At meron tayong open space, especially for the youth. Meron tayong mga bamboo bed.
Hello everyone, I'm Sister Eileen Deschal of the Mercedarian Missionaries of Berriz, and I'm from Zamboanga City. Being here in CARES for some time, marami po kaming ginagawa, most especially I'm helping in the making herbal medicines, yung mga sinasabi natin mga alternative medicines, gaya po ng herbal teas, turmeric, lagundi, sambong, mga ganyan, ginger teas. And also, we are also doing some capsules, no, malunggay capsules and turmeric capsules po here in CARES. We want to promote a healthy living, no? Kasi we believe in the healing properties of herbs.
My name is Annie De Silva, and I started in CARES 2015. And na-assign ako sa mushroom house. Nagpo-culture ng mushroom. We grow yung mushroom without chemical, all natural. And yung ibang mga bottled product na for sale namin dito sa CARES. So dito namin hina-harvest, kaya season lang yung mga products namin na naka-bottled. Passion fruit, ginagawa namin jam. Tapos yung mga kamyas, ginagawa namin pickled. Or we make dry para i-condiment sa food. Yung mushroom processing, it takes 4 months yun. It will take 10 months to about 1 year. So, harvest ka lang a day after, or sometimes a day or 2 after mag-harvest. So the more bags na ma-produce mo, yung fruits mas marami siya. Yung mushroom, pinoprocess namin yun dito kasi hindi masyadong marami yung mushroom dito sa cares. Pinoprocess namin yun para maging mushroom lumpia.
Good day everyone, I am Sister Lodi. I've been a Mercedarian sister for 21 years. And at this time, my main task is as the treasurer or the administrator of the mission of the whole Philippines, and treasurer of Mercedarian School. As part of the MMD, we are always open for giving talks, seminars about taking good care of creation. Actually, the permaculture is a design that followed by cares, no? So it's one of our special highlights here in cares as we follow this permaculture. It is following actually as a system or a design wherein we are trying to integrate all forms of life here. That's why here we have divided this land area into different zones. So we have fruit trees, fruit-bearing trees. We have areas for the medicinal herbs, for the flowering plants. We have also a space for the vegetables as well as for the domesticated animals. Another special features here in CARES is the Universe Walk. No? Actually, it is an activity we offer to our guests when they come here for them to experience the journey, or the evolution of all other creatures. Science told us that we came from a big bang, or that we are coming from the prokaryotes, and all those apes are our ancestors. And faith told us that we come from God, we're created from God. Here in the Universe Walk, there's an integration of both science and religion. Actually, we are not the center of the universe. Actually, it's not us who is, it's not the human beings, but in the creation, there is a beauty of how God created each one, everything slowly unfolding, and that we should respect. There's a deep sense of respect for what God created.
Para sa akin, talagang napakahalaga, no? We are living in the city. So, it disconnect us kapag nandito ako sa cares, no? Mas nakakapagmuni-muni, nakakapagnilay, and para sa akin, the more I come to this place, the more I come to grow in my relationship with the Mother Earth.
The first time I came, I was just like full of awe and wonder when I arrived here in Gears. When I arrived here in this place, the more I feel I am me, and most especially to be in touch with myself and with Mother Nature and with God.
It helps kahit dito sa amin, sa mga staff, even dun sa mga nagiging guests, we are trying to share yung how to restore yung Mother Earth, how to love Mother Earth, kasi parang sobrang na-abuse na siya. So, naging eye-opener na, very na pala yung ginagawa ko sa Mother Earth. So, it helps me to become like a better person. Yung faith ko become more stronger, although I'm not a Catholic.
So, personally here in CARES, I can experience connectedness in my inner self. So here in CARES, when you enter, there's a sense of sacredness, of silence, that I just simply feel that I'm in touch with my inner self. What is it who I am, what I really want in life, And in that way, I'm connecting with God. And I've always felt like I'm drawn to prayer when I'm entering CARES. When you look around, it is actually God speaking to us, And we learn from the nature.
Favorite spot ko, dyan sa open space. Kasi, tanaw yung kapaligiran. So it helps me contemplate and pray with the whole of creation.
Favorite spot. It's actually facing the sun here, this side. You know, this is really beautiful here in Cares. We are surrounded with subdivisions. We are on top of the mountain and we're surrounded with subdivisions. And this is the only place like we keep the nature.
So for those of you who are interested, I hope one day you will come and visit Cares. Find time to commune with the earth, to relate with the earth. So if you are looking for a place like this, we are here in San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. This is very near.
If you want to feel the presence of God and be with nature and also be with the community of life, so punta na dito.
This is a place for retreats, recollections. If you want to bring your youth here for youth camps, and also seminars, symposiums, or talks, things like that. And at the same time, for if you want to have just a day of rest. And of course, we are inviting all those group of people, families who would like to experience this, the silence, the solitude, and the oneness and touchness with our Mother Earth. And there, meeting God, then come to Cares.
Wow, ang ganda. Nako, Sister Cleofe, yung ating talagang mga kapatid na mga kamadrihan, talagang seryoso talaga sila. Mukhang wala pang Laudato Si, talagang nag-ano na sila, no, sa organic, sa care for the earth, talagang nag-involve na sila.
Namimiss ko yung buhay sa may bukid.
Oo,
We're in a very fresh, na green ang surroundings nila.
Yes, I like
Sana
that.
naman di lang to virtual na pagpadasyal po doon, kapatid.
Oo.
Sana makapunta
tayo doon. Wish ko yan.
Oo, wish ko yan.
Tapos ang maganda, kapatid, hindi lang, so ano yun, ng mga madre, siyempre, ng Mercedarian Missionaries of Berriz, pero marami silang mga lay partners, marami silang training, ongoing, tinuturuan ang mga kapatid natin, no, sa paggawa ng mga pagtanim, paggawa ng mga yung mga kanilang mga products, mga mushroom,
Pwede
for
po
example.
natin i-promote po yung products po nila actually para ma-imbibe din natin yung mga
Yes,
ibang
oo.
congregations natin na gumawa din as much as possible. Kasi kaya naman siguro natin ano yung
Oh,
mushrooms.
at ang sinabi ng mga sisters talaga, parang commitment talaga ng buong congregation ang care for the earth.
Totoo.
Galing. Oh.
At kitang-kita naman po sa
Oo.
kanilang paligid, ang mga products po nila at paano nila po inaalagaan ang ating mother home, yung common home po natin.
Tapos
So,
kaakibat ang education, formation, sama-sama na yun. And then, they live, they do what they are saying.
Yes.
Yung walk the talk na sinasabi natin. Galing, napaka-inspiring. So maraming salamat po sa mga kapatid ng Mercedarian Missionaries of Berriz. Lalo-lalo na po sa kanilang Philippine Mission Representative, ating AMRSP Co-Treasurer, Sister Ella Erepol, MMB, for bringing us inside your very beautiful ecological apostolate. Sister, di ba? Ay, nako. Hanggang ngayon ay nakaka-inspire. Gustong kopyahin
ang alin.
ang kanilang experience.
Original po yung mga experience na hindi po
Yes.
natin yung makopya. Pero, pwede natin po yung puntahan at ma-experience
At
without...
matuto po.
So, ayan po mga kahabit. Isa namang padasyal ang natapos po natin. Salamat mga kahabits at sinamahan ninyo po kami ngayon. May gusto pa ba kayong pasyalan natin next? Let us know through our social media sites. Of course, yung kaya lang naming puntahan. No? Bisitahin lang po ang ating Facebook at Instagram accounts at facebook.com/amrsp.org at sa instagram.com/amrsp.media. And subscribe. Yun pong pinakamahalaga. Subscribe po.
And also visit our YouTube channels, AMRSP Media, and subscribe na. At mga kahabits, please promote and support our Season of Creation Panaghoy videos. Ang gaganda po, ang lalalim ng ating mga prayers, mga wishes, mga hopes, and kalikasan advocates on our social media, plus other AMRSP Season of Creation activities.
Again, thank you po to the Mercedarian Missionaries of Berriz for having us on the spot. Mga kahabits, join us as we explore consecrated life, the church, the world, and the society. This has been your kahabit, Sister Maria Cleofetrance from the Dominican Sisters of the Most Holy Rosary of the Philippines.
Thank you very much for joining us, mga kahabits, sa ating weekly religious routine. Abangan next week ang susunod nating papasyalan here in the Habits Season of Creation on the Spot. Clue. Magbibigay ako ng clue. It's somewhere peaceful and all good. So, mga kahabits, see you again next week. I am your kahabit, Father Toots Benefe from the Order of Carmelites, signing off from your weekly inspiration and information companion. And we have been
The Habits.
Okay na? Okay na, direct?
The Habits.
Kasi labas dapat ngipin. Ganun.
Baka ma-blooper naman mamaya yun. Si Benjo kasi